Yo, what's happening? So, I wanted to come on here today. For me, it's night. I wanted to come on here to talk about the end of the year, which is going to be 2023. We're about to end 2023 and go into now, which is um new year, which is the beginning of 2024. So, can let me know if y'all can't hear me. Um, just let me know if y'all can hear some music in the background. Let me know. So I wanted to just talk about like the basically the new year of what I'm gonna be bringing in for the new year, and I want to talk about how I'm gonna end the year. So this year, I had to. I went through training, which was 2022. I went through training. I left home. I had my training in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Then the beginning of I was still in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, but then May I had to come here to South Korea. So I've been away from home for about it's been more than a year. I haven't been home. I miss home, and I have a lot of friends in the military that are have also been away from home, experiencing the same thing as me. They're missing home. They wish they were home. Some are actually going to get to go home. They're PCSing out, going back home. But for me, I still have 4 more months here in South Korea, which I'm counting down the days to go back home. I'm really excited. So it's good news for me. I've been away from home. Actually, I also got married this year, which is good news. I got married. So it's been a lot of good memories for me, and as well as hard times, and then it's getting good towards the end. But just to kind of wrap it up and let you know, I got married this year, so I have a wife, and I'm very, very happy. I'm actually going to get to see her next year in April. She's going to come visit me here in South Korea, which I'm very, very excited. Like I said, I have not been home for over a year, but when I was in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, I did get to see my family for Christmas and the New Year's, which was the beginning of the 2023. But then I'm not gonna be able to go home I didn't get to see them for Thanksgiving. I didn't get to see them for Christmas, and I'm not gonna get to see them for the beginning of this year, which is 2024. But it's okay. It happens. Like I've made other content that it's a lot of sacrifice. A lot of sacrifice that we have to do in the military. It's we sacrifice, we put the country first before our own. So it's been difficult, but the ones that are experiencing that they feel alone or anything like that, not necessarily just in the military, but if you feel like you're alone, in uh, out back in the States, anywhere, just know that you're not alone. Everyone is experiencing some difficulties, but don't ever feel afraid to say that you feel alone, because it's there's always good things that are gonna come for you, such as you as an individual have to learn to find that motivation in yourself and pick yourself back up. If you feel alone, find a phone call a friend, phone call a family member, and keep in touch with them. Don't ever shut yourself out. Don't ever do that. It's not good, because then you'll shut down. And some people say like, well, I gotta shut down, like I got need time for myself. Well, don't take too much time for yourself. Find the effort to hang out with your friends, close friends that you trust, good people in your circle. Reach out to them and ask them how they're doing, so they and or send them a message. Send your friends messages. You never know when someone's going through a difficult time. Just randomly send them a funny video and then make them laugh, because this these times or these eras have changed a lot, especially social media. Even just a lot of post on social media has become fake news or just negativity, a lot of criticism, a lot of arguments, a lot of hate. But just know that don't allow those things to get to you, because ever since COVID hit, social media changed so much. A lot of individuals, most individuals went into social media, and that became an addiction, and just individuals just started to create content that's not even true, and start to just make rumors, and just create this entire thread of hate, and how to um just to create, even put um their personal life out there. You didn't think it was going to affect you, but it did, and now you're just like, why did I put that information out there? So just know that don't put too much of your personal information out there on social media for people to know, if you don't want them to know, because later on it will come back to you and it's going to affect you. So these are the things that I'm just letting individuals know, the do's and the don'ts. But that's up to you whether you want to do it or not. And how social media has changed, how individuals should look, a public figure, how people should dress, how people should eat, how people should walk, how the style should look. I mean, it's just a lot has changed this world. But just know that that doesn't make an individual who they are. That's just what the world is asking for, but that's not what's gonna keep real friends there. And you will find out who your real friends are in the end. Because as time goes by, and as the thing everything changes, you're gonna notice that people are going to start to phase out of your life, because they were just not meant to be in your life, which is actually a favor. It's actually a favor that these situations are happening, because why continue to keep specific people in your life if they're not meant to be there, and they're starting to like fade out, move out of your way, move out of your equation. They're no longer there. Now, should the friendship be meant to be and come back later down the road? Because some people just seem to get busy and forget about life, or forget about real friendships, and they'll come back and apologize and so forth. But it has to be genuine. It has to be true when a person really, really wants to be part of your life. So that's another thing that keep in mind, because like I said, we're ending the year. We're ending the year. Doesn't mean that you're ending you as an individual. We're just ending the year. We're going to start a new year, 2024. So how do you want to start your life? The new year. And I know a lot of individuals start with new year, new me, which is I'm going to eat healthier. I'm going to lose weight. I have a goal. I'm going to start a new job. I'm going to save more money. I want to buy a house. I want to buy a car. I want to, these goals, these lists of things that you want to do. But I've said in my other content, I've let individuals know how to commit to them, how to do these goals that you have for yourself. It's gonna take time, it's gonna take work, but if you find yourself distracted, then that's because something that's there in your way is an obstacle that's not allowing you to move forward. Now, diets and the way of eating is not easy. It's not, because even I struggle. Even I struggle when I eat and when I try to like eat healthier. Sometimes we gravitate towards too much sugar, unhealthy food. We have something that's not a healthy habit. So, what do you do? What do you do to get yourself there? How do you motivate yourself? Because number one, the first beginning is go go to the gym, right? Go to the gym, because walking is not going to be enough. Even even cutting specific foods out of your diet is not going to work when you get to a certain age. So the putting the work in the gym is going to help you out. And some people don't want to go to the gym because they're like, well, look at me, I'm embarrassed to be there in the gym because I don't look a certain way. Well, the individuals that are there that already have a specific fitness look is because they've been going for years. And some have granted more time and commit more time into it. So that's why they look like that. But there were once there too where even the ones that are super fit, they'll tell you like I'm not where I want to be yet. So it's a constant like working progress on yourself as to how to get fit. But just know that if you don't feel comfortable going to a gym because you don't look a certain way, well, don't think that way. Don't think that way, because that's just gonna put you in a bind of just excuses of not putting yourself to go to the gym. And if you don't feel comfortable, then there's also parks where you can walk outside. But at the same time, when it gets cold, it's difficult to be walking outside because it starts to get in the 50s and the 40 degree, and it's very cold, and you're not going to be able to really enjoy, or like not enjoy, but work out. So the next step would be is the gym. And a lot of the gyms have saunas. So you can sit there for a little bit, but sauna won't really completely burn fat that needs to be burnt off, or calories. So the next thing would be is having to work out. Start at a very slow pace on a treadmill. Very slow pace. That would be the first goal. Right? Just slow pace. Doesn't have to be running like crazy, but start it now, because I guarantee you that if you put it off too long, it's not going to happen. Just like any other goal. If you want to save money, if you don't save money, you keep putting, oh, I'll save next month. Well, I'll save next month. And you just spend. It's not going to happen. So you have to start somewhere, evaluate, make cutbacks on your expenses, evaluate your expenses, to see where you can make cutbacks. So there's a lot of ways to do things, and also write your goals on as a matter of fact, my wife showed me a technique where I wrote my goals on a whiteboard. I wrote my goals of what I want to do. And every time I walk into my room, I always look at those goals. And it reminds me, okay, I want to do this. Okay, have I done that? Have the to-dos, my goals. And I have them written down. I literally have them written down. There's a whiteboard right there that I always look at. And I always tell myself, okay, am I there yet? How do I look? How am I looking? Oh, geez, it didn't happen. So like I kind of, remind myself, okay, I need to do some cutbacks on some expenses if I want to save money. So I'm letting y'all know, cutbacks. Um Also, I forgot to type um my title here. I'm gonna type it right here. Also, whoever is interested on coming on my podcast channel, please send me a message. Let me know that you want to come live on my podcast. And if you have really good questions or comments that you have for me, let me know. Drop them here in the chat on YouTube, on the comments, or you can drop them on my Facebook page, which is Gorilla Gangster Channel, or you can send me a message on Facebook page and let me know that you're interested. Drop some questions that you have for me, that you want me to talk about on the podcast channel, that you would like for me to talk about, that would be interesting to you. I have specifically talked about certain topics. Right now I am a time difference, which is a 15-hour time difference. That's why I'm not able to really get a lot of audiences right now, but eventually I will when I go back to the States. But I am dropping enough information just to let individuals know what you would like for me to talk about. So please reach out to me. Okay, so I'm gonna put on here, what is your goal? What is your New Year goals? So I hope that a lot of you enjoyed your 2023. I did talk about mine, of how I had a really difficult time. A lot of individuals did not know that my dad was sick. He did recently have surgery done, and it really was difficult for me. It was rough. Just my dad had surgery on December the 18th. So he was in ICU, which is intensive care unit in the hospital. My dad struggled. He got sick. As a matter of fact, he got pneumonia. So he's been having to do breathing techniques, the two, because the lungs do collapse when you have pneumonia. So because his immunity was so low, because he'd went through chemotherapy and radiation, my dad got sick. So and right now he's actually, as a matter of fact, I got news that he's been resting a lot. He's doing a whole lot better. he just has a lot of anxiety. Because I mean, anxiety comes from when no one wants to be at the hospital. No one does. So you develop anxiety, stress. But he's doing okay. He's doing okay. He's recovering. It's just he's very, very exhausted. It's just taking a lot. It took a toll on him, and he's still recovering. But I really appreciate all the families and family members that reached out and asked about my dad and how he's doing. It's just like I'm 15 hours ahead, so it was very difficult for me to reach out to the family. And also, like, I've been really, really busy with work. It's not that I don't care, it's just I've been really, really busy with work, and it's difficult for me to find out specific things of what I need to know. But my dad is okay. He's still recovering. He's gonna be okay. He just needs a lot of rest. A lot of rest. But I had a rough year with my dad sick. I had some good things come out of it as well. I got married. I'm very, very happy. Um, and I just have more and more things to come, which is I want to make this podcast a little bit more broad to different audiences. That's why I say, let me know if you want to come on live, you want to be a special guest. Me and my sister, we're gonna eventually bring out more content. We're gonna start working on more content to bring on more people that are interested in coming on live to the podcast. So give me time. It's just it takes work and it takes time. But I really want to use this podcast. If it becomes successful, I would like to use this podcast to support veterans out in the community, to support the veterans, to support the community, um, to to help any community that I just want to give back to. As it is, I'm already giving back to our country, but I want to just support the community, support um, any individuals that are in need of help, because that is what we need. We need support. We need to support each other because these are difficult times that the world is hurting constantly, constantly hurting, and it just gets overlooked a lot, and the world is hurting, the people are hurting. And it, this is a different, like I said, social media has become a way to also to get united, to find others that are, because granted I love watching TikTok, because I mean TikTok it's so, there's people on there that just you need to laugh. TikTok, you have Instagram that has funny videos. I find myself watching constantly the videos that just have me laughing, and I appreciate that, because it's just sometimes life gets rough and you just need a break and you need a laugh. You need a laugh. And it's been great to that individuals on there, have a sense of humor, and we all laugh about it. And of course you have those other ones that are like, how dare you laugh? How dare you? That was evil and this and that. But it's like, come on, guys. When did the world become so sensitive? When did we become sensitive? Um, when I was younger, I mean, I had my grandma, tell me like, if you don't behave, but she spoke Spanish. The ones that understand. Si no te portas bien, te voy a dar un coscorrón, which was like, a coscorrón was like a little, like the little knuckle, and they would like go like that to you, because when me and my cousins, I mean, I grew up with bunch of boy cousins. So like when we would go to the mall, we would like to play hide and seek. Well, guess what we were doing? We were like hiding where the like JC Penney's, the clothes. We would hide in there, and I knew where my grandma was because I would make sure that I would not lose them. So I would like peek through the clothes, and I could see my grandma, and I could see my aunt and my tia and my abuelita. I could see them like I can see them. I cannot lose them. So I'd be hiding. I would hide from them. It was me and my cousin, a real close cousin of mine, Darian, and we would hide from my grandma and my tia, and they would be like, Valerie, Darian, like they would just be like, where are y'all? And we would just be hiding in the clothes, and we'd be giggling. And then finally, like they had been looking for us like for 15 minutes, and then they really like they went to go tell the ladies at the store to call out our names on the intercom to let them know like we're missing, they can't find us, and we're just like we can't say like, oh shoot, we're gonna get in trouble. So then finally we like came out, we're like boo, and then my grandma grabbed me, of course, and then like she gave me like the coscorón, like hit my head real hard, and then she would grab my cousin and she pulled him by the ear. You would think that would be like nowadays, like everybody like, oh my gosh, that's child abuse. But no, like that is how like that's how grandparents were. And to tell you the truth, like that is how I got disciplined. That is discipline. Like nowadays, a kid will throw themselves on the ground and throw like just like so much like tantrum, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like, and the parent is like dying of embarrassment because they don't want to, they don't want to spank them, they don't want to do anything. So they're like, they're gonna call CPS on me. So it's like it's difficult because like the times have changed. And even like now, if you like, if you think about it, so my mom used to make these Kool-Aid drinks, which were like the Kool-Aid, which was the blue. I don't remember. It was blue, red, which red was cherry, green was lemon lime. I'm trying to think of purple was grape. So my mom would make Kool-Aid, but we would make them into um, ices, which in Spanish is raspas. So we would make ices, right? And we would put them in like the little styrofoam cups. And get this was like a long time ago. I'm talking about like the 90s, okay? So that kind of gives you an idea of how old I am. And I may not look my age, because a lot of people are like, no freaking way, like how old are, just put the math. I'll let you do the math yourself. But in the 90s, like my mom used to make Kool-Aid, different flavors, and we sold them at her house, and we would have kids, neighbors, kids from the neighborhood. They got word by mouth that we were selling ices for raspas, 25 cents each, 25 cents. So if you could buy four for $1, which were like 8 ounces. Pretty good size, you know, and sometimes I think we even got bigger, a little bit bigger on the size. But imagine in the 90s, random kids coming to our house, knocking on the door, hey, I'm here to buy. And we had our sign. We had our sign that said, raspas for sale. And it was 25 cents. We even had the price. We just had all these random kids like knocking on the door and here to buy raspas. And man, me and my brother, we were banking. My mom were like happy and yeah, like woo, we're banking with all these kids coming to our house buying. Now, like think about it, in the 90s, like it was safe. You think about it, as you go into like nowadays you go to a stranger's house and it's like they'll steal you. Like they'll rob you, or they'll freaking take a gun and be like, why are you on my property? Get off my property, like gun pointed and everything. Like that's what I'm saying is times have changed, and it's not the same anymore. Times have changed, and it's just it's scary, but at the same time, it's an adjustment, and it's just people are changing, things are changing, new technology, and it's just like you go back to those times, and you're like, man, if this was happening now, like someone selling ices from homemade from the house, a kid goes over, it is not safe. It is not safe anymore. But it's just funny to think, like, I'm just telling you, it's funny to think of how we did that. And that never crossed our mind. As, and then later on, there was this other lady too that she started even selling, like, she kind of like stole our business because she started selling pickle juice, icy, which is the raspas. So it's like, hey, like, she stole their business because a lot of kids, um, started gravitating towards like pickle juice, hot Cheetos and pickles. It was just insane. So yeah, we ended up like eventually like we stopped selling raspas. And then of course we got older and we started doing like other things. So it's just like, no, we don't have time for that anymore. But it's just like the times and moments of back in the 90s to now is different. And the sensitivity, like I was saying, sensitivity of individuals, um, the trust, the just the temper on individuals, it's changed a lot, and I think that's what's basically um, made society just completely turn. But it's just generations change, so we just have to move on with the new. And even now, like the music, the industry, everything, it's good. Good music's coming still, but it's changed. All that, the content. I was like thinking about that the other day. I was like, a lot has changed, but like I said, we can't stay stuck in the old times. We have to move on to the new times and with the new things going on. But at the same time, don't change yourself in a bad way. Don't. You don't have to completely follow all trends. All trends. You don't. If you don't want to. You don't have to do that. So, but how like the thing is, this is what I want to keep for you all to think about for the New Year's. What bring see if anyone can bring me something, but I want to know what your goals are. I want to know what you're going to bring into the new year. Because enough about me, about what I'm going to bring to the new year. I want to know what my viewers are going to bring to the new year. Give me your input. Drop it in the comments below. Let me know what you're going to bring, your goals, what you're going to bring to the new year. And then I'll choose 5 out of all the comments. I will bring 5 into my channel as special guests, and we will talk about it. So that is what I want to leave on here to my guest. Now, I will give a free prize giveaway also. I'm gonna have a free prize giveaway for the Gorilla Gangster channel. I will reveal it. Out of the 5 that I have them as special guests, you will get one free prize giveaway out of the 5. So remember, 5 I'm gonna choose that I'm gonna choose out of my comments. I'm gonna bring special guests on here next year, and you will get one out of the 5. Only one's gonna get that free prize giveaway. You will find out. So don't forget, drop your comments below. Hit the subscribe button for the Gorilla Gangster channel. Go like the page. Go support the podcast on YouTube. So do all that, subscribe, go like, because I'm gonna have really good content coming on next year. Again, I want to thank everyone that made it through 2023. You're still here, you're alive, you're watching. Great job. Don't give up. Don't. I promise you, like I said, if you feel alone, you are not alone. We are all going through these battles with you. We're here to love and support. If you don't feel that way, drop comments below and I will help you out. But again, thank you so much for your love and support. You got this. You made it through 2023. Here comes 2024. Peace out.